Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing tonight? Hello, hello. Thank you all for joining me. How many people do we got in the chat tonight? Hello, Blue Jay. Hello, Frankie Ducky. It's nice to see you guys. Hello, hello. It's starting now, by the way. The live is now. Check out my latest video. Ask cues below. Donate for a reading if you'd like. Hello, yes, my pseudonym Miranda. This is what's going on tonight. Hello, Frankie Ducky. Hello, you guys. I feel like I recently, I hope that we get this live up and pumping, share it to y'all friends, get everybody in here because I'm feeling the energy tonight, you guys. I'm feeling good. I just had a final mental breakthrough. I almost said mental breakdown, but I just had a mental breakthrough, so to speak, about the content, the direction I want my channel to be going. And I've been stuck without that breakthrough or the feeling of that breakthrough for months, okay, for a long time. I was about to rage quit. Okay, I wasn't actually about to rage quit, but I kept being hard on myself. How do I want to help people? How do I want to share my voice? I couldn't figure out how to share my voice, and I finally got the zhuzh, the magic. It finally came back to me. Oh, it's just the aesthetic. Thank you, though. I mean, this jacket's pretty light. It's just the aesthetic. But anyways, yes, good luck on your colonoscopy. Good luck. I feel like one day everybody in this chat is going to have a colonoscopy. So good luck. Alrighty, guys. So, as you know, if you guys want a tarot reading, feel free to donate a donation of any amount. It could be $1, it could be a penny, and I will give you a tarot reading, okay? It's not about the money. It's just about if you want to exchange energy, that would be appreciated. Help support me and the channel. If you want to ask general questions about dating that isn't an individual tarot reading specifically meant for you, feel free. That's what I'm here for. Keeps the conversation going. I really appreciate it when you guys can help me with that content. Thank you so much, Frankie Ducky. With am I a gamer? Oh my gosh, I wish I was a gamer. Do I actually wish I was a gamer? No, I actually don't wish I was a gainer. A gainer? I actually don't wish I was a gamer because I already deal enough with enough addiction issues. Oh my gosh, thank you so much for the super sticker. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, ZXZVB. What would you like your tarot reading to be about? What's for you in 2026? Okay, thank you. That is a great question. First, before I get to your question, we are going to do a grounding ritual, okay? This channel, at the end of the day, is for healing. No matter the fun and games, no matter how much I switch up my voice here on this channel, it is for healing. What happened to that girl you said you worked with your mom and was dating a 40-year-old guy? Are they still together? I forgot about that. That's interesting that you bring that up. I cannot say. It's not my business. Anyways, it's interesting you bring that up though. Okay. That's just really weird. I want to say so bad, but then I would have to delete the stream. Okay. Anyways, so we're going to be clearing the energy, okay? In the name of healing, that is what this channel is for, okay? In the name of healing, we're going to be clearing this energy. Thank you, everybody, for being here tonight. I really, really appreciate it. Feel free to ask your questions. This is an open space. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Okay. Alrighty. And now, listen, I got to get some more sage. I got to pull up to the crystal shop, okay, maybe tomorrow because I'm missing all that sage and I need to get some more. Okay. Let me just, begin a fire, but here we go. Okay. This is not sage, but it's something. It's something that's better than nothing. Okay. One second. Yeah, I remember you mentioned it in a year-old interview that's no longer up. We don't know anything else about them. I just found it inspiring. Okay, we're not going to talk about them though. I do apologize. We're not going to talk about them. Um, but thank you for asking. Thank you for asking. It's nothing against asking. I'm honestly shocked. I just be running my mouth so much on here, but it's yeah. Yeah. It's really not my place to say. It's really not my place to say. Anyways, okay, so we are going to be getting into some tarot readings tonight. Don't be vulnerable. It will make you look weak. Hey, I preach vulnerability on here, baby. I want to be vulnerable. This has been my breakthrough, Sel. This has been my breakthrough, but it's so nice to see you, Sel. I'm very glad to see you joining me today. Amanda, do you want to be more vulnerable on why do you want to be more? I will get to this question right after I first do this tarot reading, and then I will get to your question. Thank you guys. Keep the questions rolling, okay? And if I don't see your comment, it's literally by accident because all those questions are so juicy. I want to ask them right after this, okay? So thank you guys all for being here. I really appreciate it. Okay, ZXCVB. Okay, Amanda, what's for me in 2026? What's coming up for ZXCVB in 2026? What do you need to know? What do you need to hear? What's coming up for you in 2026? Let's do beginning of the year. Like, let's do 4 cards, like kind of beginning to end of the year. What's coming up in 2026? 4 cards. Okay. 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 And then let's see. Okay. So 2026, I see you clearing your head, like the bottom of the deck energy. This is the 7 of Cups in the reverse. You are clearing your mind. In other words, like you're getting your head out of the clouds. I see you shifting your focus. I see things that maybe felt foggy or unanswered or like, what am I going to do? I see you being more strategic. I see you being more clear. I see you being more intentional. And 2026, I also see you making money in 2026, but this is not going to be without great change, okay? Something about almost like listening to your intuition, networking, kind of like a painful ending, maybe a bit of a tower moment. Something is going to get clear and a lot more stable for you in 2026. Specifically, I think financially, I think emotionally, and I also think passion-wise too. But let's start. So at the beginning of the year, you got the Justice. So this means like I feel whatever you felt was super unfair or out of balance or not clear in 2025, there's going to be some balance for you coming in. There's going to be some truth being revealed, or like it's not going to be a specific truth being revealed, but you're just going to be things are going to get more fair for you at the beginning of 2026. Take what resonates, okay? King of Cups reversed. I do see you kind of going through a phase though, and I do think that somehow this is kind of related to work. I see you going through a phase in 2026 where like at the beginning of the year, you're just tired, you're burnt out, you're not taking great care of your emotions here. Something's got to give. Like you're not in the mood to repeat 2025 is the way that it feels. You don't want a repetition of 2025, but I do see you kind of feeling empty, just some emotional depletion in that sort of like spring point of 2026. But I see overall you recovering from this. I see you financially making some changes, making some choices that are ultimately going to be best for your emotional healing, well-being is the way that it feels. I see you recovering from a lot of like, I don't want to say like poverty, but like a lot of like financial insecurity or emotional insecurity in 2026. I see like towards like August, maybe like you kind of finding your way. And then towards the end of the year, making the changes that you need to make. So long as you do that, I see you stepping into your confidence. I see you allowing yourself opportunities where you actually feel passionate again, where you feel that spark, and where you feel less emotionally depleted. I hope that that helps. Let me know if that resonates at all. Some changes are needed. Strategic intuition. Yes, I'm winning more chess. Yes, am I winning more chess games? That is oh my gosh, thank you guys so much. Thank you. I will get, so everyone who donates, just put your questions in the chat. So then because you've donated, I'll be able to read your question right after this. Am I winning more chess games? Let me just quickly ask. Are you winning more chess games in 2026? Are you winning more chess games? Are you winning more chess games in 2026? 2 cards. Are you winning more chess games? Same card came out. Same 2 cards came out. I think yes. I think like it may not happen like right away or maybe in like the exact way that you want it to, but I see you gaining confidence in chess, if that makes any sense. I see you gaining confidence in chess. I see you recovering from a period of like feeling sore or lack of confidence. I see you learning. Hierophant, I see you learning more about chess, whatever that means, or like playing at a different institution or something like this. Like I overall see a yes. Like there may be like a little rocky in between, but I overall do see a yes for you. Okay, I hope that helps. Thank you again so much for your donation. I hope that resonated. Thank you. I love your jacket. I got a similar this weekend in Brooks Brothers. Oh, yay! Twins matching. Love that. Okay. Yes. Yes. Oh, Sel, I don't want to skip you. Sel, what would you like your reading to be about? Sel. What would you like to be? Oh, what changes do you see coming in my life? Okay, for Sel, let's see. What changes do we see coming in Sel's life? Do you want to do in 2026 or just right now? I'm just going to ask the question how you stated it. Okay, Sel. Drop some cards. Sel. What changes are coming into Sel's life for 2026? I am not ashamed of you, Frankie Ducky, at all. And thank you so much for the donation. I really appreciate it. I'm getting to your question very soon. I'm not ashamed of you at all. Okay, what changes are you coming? Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much, Frankie Ducky. Thank you for the big donation. I'm sorry. I'm distracted. I didn't mean to ignore you. Okay. Sell. I'm very focused on the tarot reading. Let's see. Sorry. Okay. What changes do you see coming in my life? Okay. Sel, I see you becoming a lot more grounded with the King of Pentacles in the upright. I see you becoming a lot more grounded with this very big need on listening to your intuition after there being a lack of clarity for some time. So in other words, I think for a while you haven't been seeing things clearly is the best way I can describe it. There's been a lack of clarity in your third eye, so to speak, like in your crown chakra is the best way I can describe it. I see you being at this place of mental blockages, a lot of self-doubt. I see you almost being at like a crossroads as well, like maybe some indecisiveness here as well. I see changes being made in terms of your stability. Like the more that you can ground yourself in the moment, in the present, the more that you can ground yourself in the here and the now. I think I see some major stability for you coming up in 2026 or just right now, just as soon as possible. if you're struggling, this isn't even necessarily struggling with like addiction, but if you're struggling to attachment, maybe even attachment to like certain negative thoughts, you are being guided to ground yourself in the present, like mindfulness, meditation. These types of things are going to be very, very important for you, Sal, in terms of making this change. This is a lot about shifting your mindset, how you view things and how you view relationships. So I think will be very important for you. You have the Two of Cups at the bottom of the deck. I feel like when I read a lot on your energy, it's like partnership does want to come in for you, but there's always this like brutal, like mental block of clarity that kind of prevents that from happening. You need to nurture yourself at this time, so I think nurturing yourself will help you shift out of like the negative mindset that you are in, because what your guides want you to know is that you do have love waiting for you, like specifically like romantically. But this cannot happen until you make a major shift to your mindset, is the way that it feels. And like a major shift to like being in the present moment. I hope that that helps, Sel. I hope that that helps. Ground myself in the present. The past and the future are not there. Yes, yes. I hope that that helps, because you have like the Two of Cups, the Judgment, and the Empress in reverse at the bottom of the deck. But then these are the cards that you pulled. So that's just like what I would say for you. I hope that that helps. Thank you so much, Sel. Thank you so much. And thank you so much, Frankie Ducky. Yes, I can read your fortune. Thank you, Frankie Ducky. I really appreciate it. I appreciate you being here. Frankie Ducky, do you have a specific fortune that you want me to read for you? And also, Frankie Ducky, I'm actually going to read something from the Animal Spirit Guidebook for you as well. So I'm going to pull you an oracle as soon as you give me your tarot question. Frankie Ducky, like, do you have a specific question, or do you just want a general? Oh, thank you. Thank you. Oh, thanks, Sel. Do you like my hands? Thank you. I really appreciate that. I know that's like, I know this is weird, but like, I actually like my hands too. I know that's so weird. Like, that's like, I don't know. That's like one of my favorite, like, I just like love that part of myself. It's just my hands. When I get old and wrinkly though, they're not going to be like the same hands. Okay. Anyways, like, I don't know. Like, I'm a very, like sensory wise, I just actually like my hands. I don't know why. Okay, Frankie Ducky. Let me know. Can you read romance fortunes? Yes, I can read. I can read a general on your love life. I'll read a general on your love life, Frankie Ducky, and then after that, I'm gonna get you an oracle message. Okay. What does Frankie Ducky need to hear? What does Frankie Ducky need to know? Frankie, what do you need to hear? What do you need to know in terms of your love life? What do you need to hear? What do you need to know in terms of your love life? What do you need to hear? What do you need to know in terms of your love life? Hello, Matt Doom. Hello, hello. Frankie Ducky. Ah! Sorry. All these cards are jumping out for you, Frankie Ducky. You definitely got a message coming through. What do you need to know? What do you need to hear for Frankie Ducky? What do you need to know? What do you need to hear? Hello. Thank you for calling me by my pseudo-biblical name. Mirandus. That's my pseudo-biblical name. Frankie Ducky. Okay. Okay. So let's start with like the positive. Oh. Hi Amanda, wish me best of luck for this trip. I'm going to Rome and Florence, Italy this March. Oh, that's so cool. I'm so jealous. Thank you for the donation, by the way. Feel free to drop your tarot question. Let me find Frankie's. Sorry, let me find Frankie's. Okay. So, Frankie Ducky, the good news is that you're closing out a cycle, okay? You have the World card coming through in the upright. Like, you're closing out a cycle. So even if you're feeling depressed, even if you're feeling tired or lonely at this time, the good news is like something is changing. Like, you're not going to be repeating an old pattern that you used to. Okay, I see you moving forward from an old pattern in love and romantic relationships. I see that not resonating with like your force field, okay, so to speak. You are entering into a different cycle, which is great. Like, it's a death and a rebirth for you, Frankie Ducky. You're not doing things the same. Like, it's not, things are shifting for you for sure. So you do have this hermit energy though in the upright. So you may feel like lonely right now, so to speak, but the guides want you to know, your guides want you to know that like being alone at this time, being by yourself isn't necessarily bad. What's important is how you uh, uh, emotionally treat yourself, emotionally regulate yourself while you're by yourself during this time, because I do see you actually completing a cycle in like the World's card. Like, the universe is on your side upcoming, meaning like you're not going to be repeating some of the same patterns and the same mistakes that you did in the past. So you're really being guided to reflect on that past cycle and really become clear about how you don't want that to repeat, because I don't really see a repetition of that in your energy at this time. Again, you have the Hermit card in the upright though. This is about soul searching, self introspection. This is about finding the light within yourself. This is not like a hermit in reverse. This is not a loneliness in vain. This is a loneliness with opportunity, okay? I do see you on the path to change though. There's a lot of positive energy here. And then with the Four of Swords in reverse, like this is about being burnt out and exhausted, okay? So you may be feeling a little bit burnt out and exhausted at this time. Sleep, self-care, that type of crap is going to be very, very important for you as this new cycle kind of enters. It's going to be difficult to like change or do anything or make your mind up about anything or chase anyone, so to speak, or chase love when you are burnt out and exhausted. So you are being guided to be aware of that. And then with the Nine of Wands and the 10 of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune in reverse at the bottom of the deck, this is all the past energy cycle. So the past energy cycle had a lot to do with family and home life, had a lot to do with specifically defensiveness, had a lot to do with feeling like things aren't going your way, and a lot to do with heartbreak, right? A lot of grief, a lot of like pain, emotional turmoil. That's like that. So that cycle is overshadowing a little bit. So you are being guided to learn about your past in order to move into like this new cycle that wants to come in for you. Because even though that was very heavy on your past, especially again, I feel like this always comes up in your reading, something about the family dynamic, that type of thing, it's your childhood, something about this, like even though that is overshadowing this a bit, I do see a new cycle for you coming up, or really wanting to emerge itself in your life. Does that make sense, Frankie Ducky? I would say rest before the colonoscopy. I would say a little bit. I would say rest before the colonoscopy. But yes, I hope that resonated, Frankie. And now I'm going to pull you an oracle card. If anyone wants to book a coaching session with me, the link is in my description below. Coaching session, if you guys just want to do voice call on coaching session, we don't have to do face-to-face. Like I have like just audio of it. I've just audio coaching sessions available. I also have video and audio coaching sessions available, just whatever you want. So if you're like, does she do phone call? I do Zoom phone call, but like you don't have to show your face. So it's basically like a phone call, if that's what you were asking about. Okay. So, okay, Frankie Ducky. What do you need to know? What do you need to hear at this time for Frankie Ducky? There's no need to be embarrassed. Okay, Frankie Ducky. Frankie Ducky, you got the starfish coming through. I love this card. You got the starfish. You said you didn't agree with content that you made previously. Have we already talked about? Okay, it's not that I don't agree with all the content that I made previously. I actually do agree with a lot of it. It's just the way that I went about it no longer resonated with me. It just started getting old. Like there was like a blockage in my authenticity in the way that I was going about it. But like the message, I don't think the message is awful. I just think that there's like a better way to be more authentic with like what I'm trying to do in terms of how I want to help people, if that makes any sense. I hope that answered your question. Thank you, by the way. It was a good question. Okay, starfish for Frankie Ducky. Starfish for Frankie Ducky. Okay. Ooh, look at this. You got beautiful, alluring, superficial, or shallow. The starfish is a natural and exquisite beauty, mesmerizing to all. Being around someone with starfish energy is a thrill, like you've been put under a spell of divinity itself. The problem is, these creatures have been reliant on how they look and what other people think of them for so long that they may have forgotten their deeper callings. When this card appears, it is important to ask, am I being swayed by outward appearance? What dreams have I put aside to please others? Wow. When in balance, uplifting, artistic, expressive. When out of balance, gossips, feels empty. To bring into balance, positive friends. Positive friends. Thank you, Frankie Ducky. I hope that helped, Frankie Ducky. Thank you so much. And okay, Zone Freak Man, what would you like? What would you like your question to be, Amanda? What will I gain from doing Tai Chi and learning more about the tarot? Let's see. What will you gain from doing Tai Chi and learning more about tarot? So you have the Lovers coming through in reversed. The Six of Wands coming through in the upright, the Six of Pentacles coming through in the upright, the Queen of Cups coming through in the upright, and then beneath it you have the Sun in reverse with like the Ace of Pentacles in the upright. I feel like you will be learning a lot about how to give and receive, not just to yourself, but for others as well. I see it really being a way for you to get in touch with your emotions, specifically with the Queen of Cups coming through in the upright. I see it being overall like very positive for you. I see it like giving you momentum and motivation, even as a potential opportunity or way to like make money or learn about your finances, or just something like about this just feels like very abundant, even like financially somehow. And then with the Lovers in reverse, I think that this would teach you a lot about relationships and how you relate to yourself and others. It's almost going to teach you how to put things into a higher perspective instead of just like zooming in on a situation and experiencing it in like a very narrow perspective. It's kind of going to teach you how to look at things from a higher perspective, and it's going to be important for your healing. I'm seeing almost like a disappointed inner child that like kind of needs something like this to look forward to, like an opportunity like this that's creative and fun. I see it being like very much in alignment with you, and like I think it's going to help heal your inner child. I think it'll be like playful and fun, and like who knows, maybe it can turn into something even greater than what you could imagine. So your guides are definitely like pointing towards yes, that this is definitely the right move for you, and that it's going to be very productive for your healing. I hope that that helped. I hope that that helped. Okay. Let's see. Am I missing anyone else? Um, Varescu. Sorry if I'm pronouncing your username wrong, but let me know what your question is. That is so cool, by the way. Yes, definitely, for sure. I see it being a way that you would connect with other people for sure. I definitely see it. I see it opening up like pathways for conversations with others. Like I see it being like a tool that you can use to relate to others, not just yourself. I hope that that helped. I hope that that helped. Var, what would you like your question to be? If you don't answer, I can always just do like, how is this trip gonna go? Like, how is this solo journey gonna go? What do you need to know about this solo journey? I think that is so cool. Let me know if you're in the chat. Comment something, because I can easily do a reading about like the solo journey if you feel comfortable, but I don't want to read for you unless like you specifically ask or I specifically know. But yeah, thank you guys all for the donations. I really appreciate it. If anyone would like a tarot reading, feel free to hop on that list and send a donation of any amount, and I will give you a personal reading. So let me see. Give him time to answer. Yes, exactly. That's exactly what I'm going to do, Blue Jay. So while I'm waiting on that question, I'm going to go through and see what other non-tarot questions I missed. I feel like I missed a lot. Where are these questions? Where are these questions? Papa's in to stay cool and calm. Oh, thank you so much, Wholesome. Thank you so much. Let me know what your question is in the comments. Thank you, Wholesome. Oh, can you talk about newfound vulnerability? Yeah, like I just felt kind of stuck in my video content creation specifically. And I kind of liked going live because I felt as though I could be more myself. However, I still have a long way to go. I'll kind of revert this into a conversation about what I want my upcoming videos to have to them. I'm going to be getting a new camera soon. I'm going to be getting a mic, like a small ratchet little mic, but I'm going to be getting a mic for my videos. I'm going to try to stop fidgeting and touching my hair. I don't have a tick, but whenever I'm filming videos, I literally fidget and touch my hair to the point where it's actually ridiculous. Like I actually hate it. And I don't even mean to do it that as often as I do it. And I don't even realize I'm doing it. It's such a problem. I don't even realize I'm doing it until someone points it out. I guess I do shift my hair a lot. Maybe it is a bit of a tick. Honestly, I'm like somebody, I do tend to touch my hair just to fix it. But I think when I'm filming, I'm just trying to fix it throughout the entire film. And it's just such a problem. So I definitely want to not touch my hair as often, to get some better filming quality. And then also I want to hone in on my vocabulary. Back in the day, you guys, I used to read a ton of classical literature and that stopped. And when I say back in the day, I'm talking a couple of years ago, like around COVID. I used to read a lot of classical literature and stuff like that. And when I was in it's a whole thing, but I used to do it for a long time. And I fell out of that habit. And I'm the type of person where I'm either reading all the time, everything and everyone and everything, or I'm not reading at all. And that's a huge problem for me. So this has been a huge goal of mine personally that I've been trying to get back to. As you know, and I'm going to do a video on this too, But 40%, let me look up the statistic. And read 2025. 45% of US adults read below the equivalent of a 6th grade level. I'm putting this in the chat. This is a problem. Talk about why everyone is having a mental health crisis. Talk about how the government, remember when my comments kept getting deleted and shadow banned during the last live when I talked about how the government's trying to keep us divided? This right here. Oh yeah, my height is not publicly available, so I won't say. But look at right here. Literacy is the foundation on which we will build full, productive lives as individuals, as community, and as a nation. Yet 54% of US adults read below the equivalent of a 6th grade level. And 64% of our country's 4th graders. Do you guys see what's happening? Do you guys see what's happening? Tell me this is not a problem. Tell me this is not a problem. I have dyslexia, but I can read. I'm actually very proficient in reading, but I've done a lot of out-of-school tutoring. I actually tutor a child with dyslexia. This is not okay. AI spell check. It's also voice to text. Schools, teachers are teaching their kids who don't know how to spell, who don't know how to type, not because they're dumb, but they're in a system that has constantly failed them. Constantly. Teachers are getting these kids to do voice to text. Voice to text. I'm sorry, what? We are failing our children. You think Gen Z has it hard? Gen Alpha, I mean, it's over. It's over. You think what you went through in Gen Z was bad? Imagine Gen Z just worse. Gen Z is as bad as it could get, but imagine it's become worse. So before we go judging ourselves and before we go hating on everyone and their mother, let's have some let's take a moment of silence for the younger generation in this chat. Let's take a where's my gosh, I don't know where my thing went, but I have like a thing. Let's take a moment. This is a moment of silence for the younger generation, Gen Alpha. We're doing it. The systems are failing you. The systems are failing you. Let's take another moment. Okay, is this what you want your tarot reading to be about, Wholesome? Is this what you want your tarot reading to be for? Because I saw your super sticker and I did not forget. And I'm still waiting on Europe. I don't know where your username is, but Europe. I will call you Europe. Yes. Yes. I don't know if it's necessarily ChatGPT. I really blame the schools and the way that we're raising this next generation, Gen Alpha. Okay. All right. I got you. Okay. I got you. Sorry. We just had to take that moment of silence for Gen Alpha. God freaking bless. Just when you thought it couldn't get any worse than what Gen Z had to go through. Imagine that, but worse. I mean, it shouldn't even be able to get worse. It's a huge Wait, another moment of silence. I'm sorry. Okay. 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 Anyways, shifting the energy, shifting the energy. We're going to create some more positive energy in this chat. Shifting the energy. This is a, pretty sure this is a tiger something crystal, tiger something. It's got ash all over it, so you can't really see. Okay. Okay. Wholesome, wholesome, wholesome. Great news. I'm almost a completely different person compared to the last live stream. Very detached from desires like women and money. My convos are much more confident with everyone. What do you think? Okay. Let's see. How are you doing now? How are you doing now? How have you changed? How are you doing now? How have you changed? How are you doing now? Wholesome. How have you changed? How are you doing now? How are you doing now for wholesome? Wholesome, wholesome, wholesome. How are you doing now? How have you changed? What's going on for wholesome? How are you doing now? Wholesome. How are you doing now? Oh my gosh, these cards just don't want to come out for this reading. How are you doing now for wholesome? How are you doing now? Okay. 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 So I do see there being a little bit of like you may not be fully okay, so you got the Temperance in reverse, you got the Seven of Swords in the upright, the Seven of Cups in the upright, the Nine of Cups in reverse, the Nine of Swords in reverse at the bottom of the deck, with the Two of Swords in the upright and the Devil card in reverse. I see you definitely wanting to let go of some addictions and some like attachments that have caused you a lot of pain. In terms of how you're going about it, I think that your guides want you to know that you could be feeling a little bit overwhelmed at this time in terms of how to choose independence over insecurity, so to speak. I see you being in a space where you're ready to come clean with yourself, or you're almost ready to come clean with yourself in a different way where you weren't in the past. I think that a lot of your attachments and addictions and whatever like that may be for you, it Temperance card in reverse. It causes a lack of balance almost internally and almost like a lot of anxiety. But beneath it all, I see you really wanting to let go of these addictions and these patterns. Like I see you really wanting to move forward, like really, really bad, like really bad. But there is a need to be a little bit more honest with your emotions at this time. In terms of how you approach your independence. It's not that being independent is bad. It's almost like the way that you're going about it, though. There could be something that's a lot more healing for you than that. But I do see you releasing some of these desires. It's not to say like you're still in that space. Like I see you releasing desires. I see you releasing these addictions. I see you really, really wanting it bad, like super bad. There's just a need to be a little bit more honest with yourself, is what your guides are saying. Does that resonate at all, wholesome? No, it's not. It's for the aesthetic. Thank you guys, though. Oh, thank you, Sel. Let me know, Sel, what your question is, and I will answer it for you. Wholesome, does that resonate for you? Does that make any sense? I do see you letting go. I like, again, with the Two of Wands, like I see you planning ahead. I see you wanting something different for your future, just in terms of how to get to what you want that's different in your future. Being a little bit more honest with yourself about where you stand emotionally and about where you stood emotionally, I think is going to be super helpful for you. Um it's just like there's going to be so much balance and coming clean with yourself, if that makes any sense. I hope that that resonates, wholesome. Let me know. I'm trying to find your original question. Yeah, I also love, this is a different story, but I don't hate ChatGPT at all. I think ChatGPT can help if it's done correctly. Um yeah, almost all of it. Maybe do I need to be a little bit more honest about my emotional state with myself? You mean? Yes, it's like yes, I see you being a little bit afraid though when it comes to like making that decision to really face your emotions head on. You almost might benefit from like therapy or coaching, but like I'm not even going to plug it. Like whatever you want to do, you almost might even benefit from talking to someone else about your emotions, just because I think that this is going to be a lot for you to take on by yourself if you're not somebody that currently opens up to like one other person, if that makes sense. Because you have the Fool card in the reverse and the Ace of Swords. So I think that when you're ready to take that leap of faith, you're going to have a lot of mental clarity. But I see you holding on. I see you holding on to like the way that you viewed, the way that you view not just love and romantic relationships, but like partnerships, like relationships in general. There's like there's a lot of fear about like really understanding what you've been through emotionally in terms of your relationships. And that would need to change to get to like the where you to get to your ultimate goal, because I see you really wanting that. In order to get to your ultimate goal, the way that you understand your relationships would need to change. And I just see you being a little bit afraid at this time to take that risk, if that makes any sense. Okay, let me know if that resonates, wholesome. I hope that that helps. I hope that that helps. Yeah, my biggest issue is procrastination when I'm scared. But when I go outside, most of the time it disappears, but sometimes it can be really hard. Yeah, definitely. 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 Yeah. Yeah, wholesome, for sure. Like I see you again. I see you having really big goals. It's just like don't be afraid to reach out and ask somebody for help, because I see a lot of grief that you need to unpack, so to speak, in order to get to where you want to go. Like emotionally and like even goal wise. Okay. I hope that that helps. Let's see. Okay, so what would you like your question to be? Amanda, serious question. Should I become an alchemist? Of course. We are all an alchemist if you think about it. Um, right now the biggest challenge is talking to the hottest girl at the gym who doesn't speak English. Haha. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Um, yep. Okay. So, let me know what your question is and I will answer it. And then again, I'm really bad at reading the chat. You guys know the deal. So if I miss any of your questions, oh, hello, Mr. Gomez. Amanda, are you going to be doing black pill vids now? I don't think so. Not necessarily. I mean, I'm going to be doing it all, but my delivery is changing significantly. It's changing significantly. So let me know. So while I'm waiting on your question, I'm gonna answer some of these. Amanda, what is your channel? Oh, and Mr. Gomez, let me know what your question is if you want a tarot reading, Mr. Gomez. Amanda, what is your channel rebrand going to focus on? So I just want I have the same goals in mind, right? Like I want to help you guys with dating, relational attachment wounds. I have the same goals, but the way I'm going about it, I want to be more real. Like I want to be more myself. I'm sick of preaching at you guys. I also want to be more sophisticated in the way that I speak. Like I mentioned, I want to read more. Okay, it'll help benefit this channel. And then I want to touch my hair less. And then I want to get a better camera and a better mic. So my rebrand is going to be a lot of repolishing as well as speaking from my authentic voice because I'm sick of how I preach at. I want to connect with. That's the entire rebrand. I want to connect with. I believe that I can be so much more nuanced in topics if I supply some vulnerability. And I've been hesitant on this for years. For years, I've been avoiding this. An affirmation reading. Okay, I have my oracle deck here, Mr. Gomez, and I will use that for you. We have the Animal Spirit Guidebook for Mr. Gomez. I will pull you a card, but so yeah, I hope that makes sense. I kind of forgot what I was saying, but I hope that makes sense. Why do you want to be more vulnerable on the internet? Aren't you worried people could use the information against you? If I were to be honest, I feel as though people have been using anything I say against me on the internet. I mean, my channel is a slow growing channel. I've always had a lot of haters and that type of thing. So I'm just kind of like, F it, what am I waiting for? Is just the way that I feel. Thank you. I think it is too. I'm not trying to sit here and say I have no subscribers or I'm unthankful or not grateful. I'm very grateful and I'm very thankful. And I do think it is a lot. But the way my goals for this channel is I want to expand. I want to reach more people in different places. So I think that is where the rebranding will come in. So for Mr. Gomez. Okay, Mr. Gomez, no worries. I'm going to pull you a card right now. And actually, I'm going to be getting off the live stream not right away, kind of soon, but not right away. I was thinking not right away. Okay, let's see. Ooh, Mr. Gomez, you got the spider card coming out. In the upright. Let's see. I'm actually probably going to stay on stream for a little while. I just might need to get a pillow because it's like this chair that I'm sitting in is kind of uncomfortable. Okay. Spider. Creator of prosperity through life's work. Spirit. The spider is an ingenious creator. Its greatest gift is weaving the thread of spirit into a vast, intricate web that supports the spider and those around it, both financially and spiritually. It is hard work, but the spider neither tires nor becomes impatient. This card reminds us creativity is everywhere. Be process-oriented rather than results-oriented. And soon your quote-unquote work becomes like the weaving of a magical, priceless tapestry. Abundance follows. Appreciative, enthusiastic, prosperous, when out of balance, discouraged, tired, forlorn, to bring into balance playful creativity. And I'm just going to add empathy because I almost said it. That's for you, Mr. Gomez Spider. I hope that it resonated for you. I hope that that resonated. Were you talking about shadow work? I have sorry, confirmation burp. Were you talking about shadow work? I have an extremely tight and harsh applying T-square. I don't. Okay. You guys want to know my crazy hot take? I like astrology, but I don't really believe in astrology. I'm not really an astrology girl. I know that's crazy because I do tarot, but I like it. I think astrology is cool. I like learning about the moon and the stars. I think it's so fun. But again, kind of like my take on religion, I just view it as another religion. When it comes to my spirituality, I'm all about my own very personal, direct experience with my connection to reality. I'm not interested in basing everything off of like guidelines or theories or a rule book or something like this. You know what I mean? I don't know. No hate to astrology. I'm just not really, I just don't really, I just view it like how I view religion. Like I'm just not, I get my spiritual cookies from expanding my mind in reality, not from astrology or Christianity or any of those types of things. I'm very much like, I'm just very much here. You know what I'm saying? I'm very much here. But no hate. There's so many, like, whatever is your spiritual practice, no hate. Do whatever you want. Yes. Yes. I believe in like awakening and expanding your mind. I believe in learning the metaphysics of reality, so to speak, but only as a means to expand your mind. Like I'll learn stuff, whether it's like from this spiritual practice, whether it's a little bit from Buddhism, whether it's, I'll learn it from wherever, as long as it expands my direct experience in my mind. Otherwise, and then even then, I'm not really, I don't believe in past lives. I don't believe in reincarnation. I don't believe in any of that. I like tarot because tarot is right in front of you. Like I'm reading energy as it falls out right in front of me. If that makes any sense. The Christmas Prince, I've never heard of it. Yes. Yes. Right. Yes. Yes. Yeah, I believe in like a death and a rebirth, but only energetically speaking. I don't believe in it as like a actual death and rebirth of like reincarnation. I believe in I look at a lot of what religions have to say as like deep metaphors that we can sometimes resonate with and use that as a way to understand ourselves and reality. But yeah. Yeah, there's certain truisms that you may resonate and there are certain truisms that you may not resonate with, you know? I'm all about direct experience though. I will do and try anything if I can really like get it into my direct experience. That's why I love tarot. Tarot to me is not astrology based for me. I'm like reading energy. Even if you have an astrology deck, the way it falls out, you're reading that direct energy. So if you want like so I'll study, it's no hate to astrology. Like I'll study an astrology deck any day of the week. But I don't believe that just because my rising is this and this and this and that, like I think it's fun, but I don't like that's not what really like speaks to my soul. You know what I mean? And so it speaks to my soul. I hope that that makes sense. But again, you guys are entitled to believe whatever the heck you want about reality. I have really deep not deep. I'm making myself, like, I'm sounding stupid, but, like, I think very deeply about this stuff, and some stuff I think I can't even put into words, if I were to be honest, about, like, what this experience is. I'm not like an atheist either, because I also view that as another form of like a religion. It's just another belief system. It's a non-belief system. You believe in not believing. Atheism, science, rationality, all these things can be deconstructed. Same with Christianity, same with astrology. All of these things can be deconstructed. I hope that makes sense. So, yeah, so sometimes, when I'm looking at the black pill and the red pill, it's just like, miss me with that astrology BS, boys. Miss me with that astrology BS. Like, it's just another belief system. It can also be deconstructed. Again, it's just your mind is creating this entire reality, so to speak. Your mind is creating this entire reality. You guys want to get deep into it with me? You guys want to get deep into it with me? We can peel it back. 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 We have gotten very dysfunctional. Mark, were you in here for my fun fact? I will put it in the chat again. I will put this in the chat. Okay. Now let's take a moment of silence. Again, we did this earlier, but we're going to take another moment of silence for Gen Alpha. If you thought it was over with Gen Z, just wait. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Thank you so much, the Keith. Thank you. Can you pull me a card which you should be pulling in other realities if we are thinking in 4D? Yes, I can try. I don't fully understand the full of what you're asking, but I can try. Thank you so much, the Keith. I hope you're doing well. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you for the donation. Thank you. Okay. Let's see. I will pull you let's do a general reading for you, tarot wise, and then I'm going to pull you let's do like a spirit-led message for you, and then I'm going to pull you an oracle. Thank you so much, the Keith. I really appreciate that. Let me grab one more deck. 1 second. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay. We're going to do what I like to call a spirit-led message for you, okay? So we're going to give you as many cards as you can get. Okay. If that's all right with you, okay? Let me know though. And if you have any specific question for the tarot, that would even help. Just let me know. I like to answer specifically too. Like I don't want to just fill in the blanks. But let me know. Thank you so much again. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you. That is so kind. Very sweet. Can you pull me a card which you should be pulling in other realities? Okay, let me see. I could give you a reading about like what I see in your future, and I could do it far out. But let me know in the chat if you have a specific question for the tarot, because I know I'll give the best readings if you have the most specific question, if that makes any sense. But before we start with the tarot, let's pull one of these cards. Let's see what your ancestors have to say at this time. The Keith. What do you need to know and what do you need to hear? And feel free to send me the direct tarot if you have one. Otherwise, I'll just try to do general. But the more direct, like the more intentional, the better. But starting with, oh my gosh, this is so funny. This is not my, oh my gosh, this deck is in the wrong box. Okay. Sorry, I'm giving you another message. 1 second. I'm pulling you Moonology card. Randomized makes a better outcome. Okay. Okay, this is really funny because, okay. Let's start with what your ancestors have to tell you. What do you need to know? What do you need to hear? Howl at the moon. Process your feelings. Process your feelings. Watch for signs at the bottom of the deck, but I'll put that over there. Process your feelings. Where did my... What do your ancestors want you to know? What do your ancestors want you to hear? Shed old skin, the snake. Process your feelings, shed old skin. Let's see what animal you got. If you get the snake again, that would be awesome. Let's see what animal you got. Okay. All right, wow. You got the wolf and the phoenix. This is the rising phoenix. Think about this as like rising up from the ashes at this time. I'm just thinking of the rising phoenix. And then for like a spirit animal, you also got the wolf. This is very deep energy, like very like metaphysical, like kind of like awakening to something. Awakening past your pain to something at this time. Your mind is definitely opening, but it's opening like on a plane of understanding reality on a deeper level. Not necessarily in like the day-to-day, but like not saying it's not, but like what's coming through is a lot more like opening your mind to reality on like a deeper level. And rising up from the ashes. And also in the process your feelings card, you also have like the wolf energy in that card too. So if you want, I would Google okay. That's just the spiritual meaning of the wolf. Okay. Okay. So, starting with process your feelings, and then we'll do tarot at the very end. Okay. Process your feelings. Don't insist on having everything your way. Music will be healing for you. Talk to a counselor if you need to. Do shadow work. Face your fears. The practice of moonology, at the very least, processing your feelings at full moon and again at dark moon. How are you doing that? Drawing this card suggests that you have some feelings you need to release for your own good as well as for the good of anyone else involved in the situation. Now is the time to let your feelings show too. Bottling them up so that no one knows how you really feel isn't healthy, obviously. If you are doing that, stop. Consider working on your throat chakra, hence howling at the moon. with chanting, breath work, or singing. Singing, chanting, breath work. That's all going to be important. Even if you can't sing, just sing. Literally go out and howl at the moon. You're not at the end of the story yet, so this card can't tell you what the end will be. It's up to you to create it. But part of that journey towards your answer involves you releasing your throat chakra and expressing yourself. If the situation or your life feels blocked right now, processing your feelings could be key to unblocking. Feel them and deal with them. Negativity blocks your powers. Okay, nice. I'm glad that it's resonating. Okay, so that's the first one. Your spirit guides want you to know, process your feelings. And now the next one. Snake, shed old skin. Shed old skin. I actually had one in there. Okay, shed old skin. This is the ancestor guidebook, so I would look at this as a message from your ancestors, not your guides. Although I don't like do channeling, so take that with a grain of salt, but it's not that deep. Or maybe it is, I don't know. Okay. Shed old skin. Cast off the old, reveal your true colors, talents, and gifts to the world. In many spiritual traditions, the snake offers powerful medicine. In tantric teachings, it symbolizes the kundalini, which is the powerful serpentine energy within that allows you to reach your highest spiritual potential. When the sacred ones saw a snake in nature or encountered one in a dream, they knew there was transformation in the air. For me, the snake card not only represents the shedding of old skin, but moving beyond limitations caused by carrying the venom of negative thoughts about others or the past. Extended message. This energy of renewal is washing over you at this time. If for some reason you feel that your true self hasn't been recognized or you have been misread by others, know this energy is now leaving you. As you've been working through your old stories and all the self-limiting beliefs that you've accumulated along the way, you've been peeling away a shield of skin that has created limiting experiences. Your own personal commitment to growth has been recognized, and now the external world will begin to reflect all of the work that you've been doing within. If you feel someone you love has misunderstood you recently, they will be able to see beyond that if you're willing to recognize your own challenges. This is a time for renewal, abundance, and connection. Let yourself be reborn and celebrated. So that's a snake card. Wow. That card's very powerful. I love that. Okay. And now we have the wolf energy with the phoenix, but I really mainly want to first read your phoenix. Okay. Okay, a lot of rebirth, okay? Freedom from suffering and past karma reincarnation. The phoenix represents the transformation of our past. It doesn't mean running from it, denying it, or burning bridges with rage. The phoenix employs an advanced technique described in yoga as the burning of impurities through practice and dedication, tapas. The essence of the phoenix is with us when we realize we have been suffering too long and something must change. We take a stand and decide to live consciously instead of being driven by the unconscious mind and its long list of fears and aversions. At that very moment, the spark of the phoenix is lit, and the great bird helps us burn through our baggage. We no longer run from who we are, what has happened to us, or what we have done. That stuckness and dead weight fall into the ashes. A lightness and clarity emerge, and the stagnation and the stagnancy continues to smolder. The phoenix lifts our spirits up and up, and we begin to recognize ourselves again. We may catch a glimmer in our eye that wasn't there before. Look closely, it's a sign. The fire of transformation is upon your wings. Wow. This is such a powerful, reading. Okay. One more, and then we get to the tarot. Wolf. Guardian of family, tribe, activism, ritual. The wolf's mission is to uphold the well-being and longevity of the pack. Healthy wolf energy expresses itself through activism, mentorship, humanitarian efforts, or teaching religious or political studies. The wolf gets into trouble when it assumes every member of the tribe must follow suit. This includes children walking in their parents' footsteps. Although it will surely be uncomfortable at first, practicing tolerance helps balance out agitated wolf energy. Contemplate the following: embrace all, exclude none. When in balance, reliable, democratic, fearless. When out of balance, judgmental, dominating. To bring into balance, practice letting go. Wow. I really like what it said about humanitarian efforts. This is a lot about rebirth, but if something about a higher calling resonates, like politics even came through, like if something about a higher, doesn't have to be political related. It could be like something spiritual, something deeper. But like if something about helping humans, like if a higher calling, so to speak, at this time is happening, I would suggest listening to that. Definitely the part about you don't have to walk the same path as like people in your life before you. You don't have to do what everyone else is doing. You have a different perspective. You don't have to look at the world from the same perspective as everyone else, because that's how you trap yourself in a box. I'm actually gonna like do a video on a similar concept. Okay. The Keith. What do you need to know? What do you need to hear on top of this reading at this time? What do you need to know? What do you need to hear on top of this reading at this time? Okay. So, with the World card coming through in reverse and the 9 of Wands coming through in reverse as well, you are being guided to close out a cycle of like almost like defensiveness. That's like what the 9 of Wands is. And with the World card coming through in reverse, this is like a cycle, like constantly feeling like you're going backwards or stuck in the same cycle, like a cycle repeating itself. That has to do with this like kind of like defensive, like if you see how he's looking, like who's out to get me energy. That repetition, you're being guided to seek beyond that. And I actually see that happening for you, because with the Hierophant coming through in the upright and the King of Swords coming through in the upright as well, this is a lot about using your mind and intellect, your logic with you, not against you. This is speaking to higher education. This Hierophant could speak about going back to school if you're thinking about that, or just involving yourself in higher institutions, learning from something. King of Swords, again, this is throat chakra related. This is about using your voice and higher intellect. I see you getting a lot of fulfillment. I see that almost being like a prophecy for you. So you are being guided to kind of go down that path. With the Star card coming through at the bottom of the deck, I see healing. This is a massive healing card. I literally have this card like a giant. Should I just like show you guys? I have like a giant version of this card on my wall. It's like a giant star card. I don't know if you guys ever see it in videos, but like I have a giant star card on my wall. I have this card because this card is all about healing. Okay. But with the King of Wands, okay, and you have the Magician coming out. So I also have a giant card of the Magician on my wall. So again, this is about believing in yourself, believing in your healing. And again, overcoming things that seem petty, that seem conflict related, that seem like there's no winning. Overcoming those types of things in order for you to get to this higher place where you're using your mind and you're using your intellect for purpose. I hope that helps, the Keith. Let me know if that resonated for you. Let me know if you feel like you got everything that you needed from that message. But yes, that was very powerful. Everyone in the chat, thank the Keith for that donation, because woof, we all got very very enlightened by that reading. So thank you so much again. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. But alrighty, guys. Let's see if I missed any questions here. I've seen so many snakes in my nightmare. They have different sizes, categories, fat, skinny. I would look up the meaning of that. Sometimes dream meanings are accurate, other times it's not. Life is all a dream. Oh, thank you. Thank you, the Keith. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you so much. They're all different sizes. Maybe it symbolizes, yes, the uncertainty of dealing with people. That's a really good point, Mark. That's a really good point. That's a good dream interpretation reading right there. I love Eternals. Alexander the Great was 5'6". Exactly. I agree. I'm trying to see if I missed any of your guys' like other questions. Feel free to ask some questions below, y'all. Moon phases affect mood and hormones. Now, see, do I believe that? I have no idea. Listen, I think that the moon is fun, but I don't know. Like, it just reminds me of astrology in a lot of ways. Hey, Amanda, I'm 28 and I've never been in a relationship before. I bought a $4,000 dating program to try to help me out, but I always don't get outside during the week. Well, I really hope that that dating program is giving you exactly what you need, my friend, because that is it's not about the money, but I just like I just hate most dating programs. I'm just going to be honest with you. I hate most dating coaches. I know I'm a dating coach, but I'm sorry. Okay, wait. Okay. I'm waiting. I know I'm a dating coach, so I guess it's like self-hate, but I do. I feel like I take a different approach though. Like I don't really consider myself a dating coach. Like I think that this work is like so much deeper than just finding a girlfriend. It's like discovering like where the abandonment pain came from in the first place. Okay. But yeah, like pickup courses, like RSD, that kind of crap. I just sorry, miss me with that bullshit. I almost swore on the live. I'm not trying to do that. But yes, let me know the second part. I'm sorry. I'm like just automatically hating on like dating courses. Hi Amanda, what do you see in 2026? I'm 43, born with cerebral palsy, currently working at a hospital. Hi Ian. Thank you so much. For tarot readings, I'll do tarot reading for any donation amount, like could be a penny, anything. It's just like for the energy exchange. But thank you so much for being here, Ian. That is so cool that you work at a hospital. That is really amazing work that you're doing for people right there. That's awesome. Dating doesn't work. Dating works. It's just like courses. Yo, on my lunch break, can't stay long. Oh, thank you so much for the donation. Let me know. I have not seen your name in a while, Expony. Let me know if you would like a tarot reading. Or if you have a specific question. Thank you. I'm glad you're on your lunch break. I hope that you're enjoying your lunch. Confirmation burp, because sometimes I get up late and Mai says if it gets dark, don't go, and I'm scared of upsetting her because I see her all day long because she's been working home since the pandemic. I'm so sorry, user. I'm not understanding your question. I feel like I might be missing a comment because all I have is this. I bought a 4,000 dating course because sometimes I get up late. I'm not understanding your question. Yes. Would you like a general? What would you like? Do you think humans will continue to be the dominant species on Earth for how long? I don't think we're that dominant. I actually had an insightful conversation. I think that the Earth is a lot more powerful than us. If that makes sense. What are my options? I could give you a reading on like what's to come in 2026. Unless you have a specific question, but I can give you like what do I see coming up for you in 2026? Okay. What's the pop culture crisis? Are you talking about like I was watching a video about like Candace Owens and Tim Pool with my morning coffee. I do, as much as I hate on the United States, like I have this whole stream as we've taken a moment for Gen Alpha like 13 times, as much as I hate on the United States, one thing I will tell you is gosh darn are we entertaining. Gosh darn are we entertaining this country. I mean, are we entertaining or what? Like it's insane. Like the content dragon in the United States is large. It's fiery. Yes, they are. Tim Pool's company of podcasts. Yes, I know. I've been seeing some stuff about that. You should make a channel of let me know if you want a reading about what's to come in 2026. You should make a channel about some raw and real that humans need more than ever today. Skip all the dating and silly nonsense today. Real love is back to nature. All the couples met there. Yes. I know, much more to come. Like I definitely want to talk about what I spoke about in today's stream alone, especially about kids not knowing how to read. I don't get the hype. I don't know. I don't get the hype. I don't get why she's so popular. No hate. I just don't get the hype. In fact, a lot of people that tend to have like a massive following, I never understand the hype. Like I'm constantly confused. Like I'm trying to think of like one person that has a massive following where I'm like, oh, I get the hype. I used to like Leafy is here, but that's an embarrassment. The pop culture crisis, a country artist that becomes Madonna is not good at either gender. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Who the hell is Brett Cooper? It doesn't matter. Honestly, it doesn't matter. I mean, if you really think about it, Andy Warhol's like minute, everyone's gonna have their 3 seconds of fame is the truest it's ever been today. Like being famous doesn't really exist anymore because everyone's famous, so to speak. Oh, go for it. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I did not understand that PH, that digraph threw me off. Okay, 2026. Okay, let's see. What do you need to know? What's to come in 2026? Okay, I see a lot of good stuff coming for you, Exponee, in 2026. So first you got the 10 of Pentacles, okay? I don't know if you're in a place of developing your career or wanting to develop your career or just wanting to like earn like career financial stability, but I see you getting to that place quicker than you might expect in 2026. This could look like a pay raise. This could look like a new financial opportunity. This could just look like building and building. But I see you being like very stable, kind of like happy in the home life in 2026. Again, maybe quicker than you expected. I see definitely a lot of good things coming up for the year. I see you planning. I see you making a lot of short-term plans. Like, you may not be planning ahead, but I see you making a lot of short-term plans in 2026, that are overall very exciting, that have you feeling very free. This could be tied to your career, finances. I see I see a lot of I see you no longer being disconnected. I see you no longer being bored. I see a lot of opportunity coming to you very quickly. I think you're going to be busy in 2026. I see it being a busy year for you. I don't see you having a lot of downtime in this upcoming year. Um, I don't see you like spreading yourself too thin though. I just think you're going to be a little bit busy. It's not going to be like crazy. Like, I'm not seeing like burnout energy. I just see like you're going to be a busy bee, so to speak. The 3 of Pentacles and the Page of Swords and the 6 of Pentacles is at the bottom of the deck. This is all about balance, collaboration, working with others, a new project or idea, a thirst for one. And again, this is like your cards for 2026 that you got. Ooh. It's a lot about like major stability and really feeling good in yourself. Like, I'm feeling an overall confidence for you. Yes, the 9 of Pentacles. Like, I'm feeling an overall confidence for you. Oh, thank you. If that's towards me, thank you. I'm not a Ben Shapiro fan. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm not a Ben Shapiro fan. I'm not really a fan of any of those people. But anyways, like, not at all. I don't like any of those people. I actually dislike all of those people. Sorry, but this is different. Whatever. But yeah, I hope that exponing, I hope that helps. I hope that resonates. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of positive things. Things are going to be busier though compared to last year. Like, you're not going to be sleeping on any opportunities 26. Yeah, I see you have a lot of good things to look forward to, maybe in a way that you haven't even like realized or don't even expect. But I see it being a very good year for you. Nice. Here's to 2026. Oh, thank you so much for the donation. Thank you. Here's to 2026. And yes, to career. For the past 2 months, I've been working at a tech startup. A lot of unknown elements for growth, but also opportunity. Oh my gosh. Well, I see you having a lot of independence in your career and working with others, though. So the past 2 months, I see it taking off in a really good way in 2026. Don't stress yourself out about it though, because I do see it. I see this being a change for you. Again, you're going to be busy like a bee. Okay, that's the only thing. You may even have considered walking away from the startup in 2026, or in the past, like when you first started, there may be a consideration of, should I walk away? But I do see you, whatever you end up doing in 2026, I do see it being very financially stable for you. Honestly, just trust yourself. Just trust yourself. Like, I don't even know if it's going to come from the startup, because I did pull energy on the startup. I'm wondering if you're going to walk away from the startup. I'm not sure. But either way, I see your career like very much kicking off in 2026. Just make sure that you're listening to your voice, and the people that you're working with are listening to you as well, is almost like the advice for the startup. If there's a lot of conflict there, don't be afraid to leave and take a new opportunity somewhere else. Not saying that you're going to have to, but this is like, I just see a lot of independence with your career success in 2026. Okay, I hope that helps. I hope that also resonates. Thank you guys for letting me read for your energy, you guys. I really appreciate it. Copy that. I mean, it may not be that you're actually leaving, but like, I think you'll be good. Like, don't worry, because either way, 2026 is like your year. It's in your favor. So don't worry. Don't worry about that. But there may be something like maybe you branch off into doing your own thing at the startup. I don't know, something like that. Something like that. Maybe it's not even that. Like, I don't even know if I necessarily see you walking away. It's just like maybe you think about walking away. I don't know. I just think 2026 is going to be a good year for you career-wise. Yes, I know I touched my hair. Thank you guys so much. I really, really appreciate it. I really, really appreciate you guys. And thank you guys for letting me read for you all. I really, really appreciate that. What are your thoughts on Kim Kardashian? I don't really have any thoughts on Kim Kardashian. I don't think that there's a fertility collapse. I don't. Like, there is, but there's so many people on the planet. I'm like so confused. I'm like, how do we have so many people on the planet? Like, have you guys ever tried to find a parking spot before? Like, where did all these people spawn from? It's just not something I worry about. I think it's overhyped. Like, the human population is never going to just collapse. It's just not. Like, we just have to worry about pollution more than anything. And clean drinking water for like kids, but even then, even with all the wars and all the terrible things and everything, like, the human race is going to keep on going. It's going to keep on going. It's not a thing that we have to worry about. It's overhyped. It's kind of like fearmonger. Thank you. Thank you, Wholesome. Thank you. Yes. How can I stop feeling bad when I get mocked and rudely rejected? I'm not sure. I would be careful about thinking that you're being mocked, because sometimes that can be your brain like catastrophizing things. Like, my brain tends to catastrophize things. It's not to say like pain isn't real or you're not experiencing what you're experiencing, but like there might be a part of you that's catastrophizing the situation to get almost like a handle on it, and there might be a need to like feel safer in your own body. It's only a crisis for capitalist growth. It's literally not a crisis. I'm sorry. Like, there are so many people. We have so many like medical advancements today. Like, do not worry about it. Like, humans aren't going anywhere anytime soon. It's just kind of like, it's just like, it's overhyped. It's like catastrophizing it. I don't know. Yeah. And sometimes you don't, and sometimes you like, what'll really do it in is sometimes in your life you will go through a period where like a lot of people will treat you crappy in a row for no reason. And that can be very traumatizing. So then you think like everyone's going to treat you very, very crappy in a row for no reason, when that might not be the case. Alrighty, you guys, I think I'm going to wrap up here tonight. I really appreciate everyone that was in the chat. Like, I really appreciate you guys. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I don't really do fitness. I don't really do fitness. I wish. I mean, I have my own things, but I'm no expert when it comes to fitness. Oh, thank you. Yep. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much again. I'm heading off tonight, you guys. Thank you. Aw, thank you. Thank you, guys. Again, I really, really appreciate you guys so much tonight. Thank you guys for everyone that bought a reading. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. That's incredible. Thank you for letting me read for your energy. I really appreciate it. And with that being said, good night, everyone. Thank you so much. I will see you guys. Tuesdays and Thursdays are my new posting days on my channel. Okay, go to my community posts if you want to see the times I'm going live. I will not be going live Thursday next week. There is a 90% chance I will not because I have something going on. If those plans fall through, I will go live on next Thursday. But if not, I'm going to try to either go live twice the following week or go live a different time next week, which I think I'll do. Okay. Alrighty, guys. But for the most part, we'll try to keep it Thursdays. But yep. Thank you, guys. Check out my latest video. Leave a like and a comment. And have a wonderful night, you guys. And yeah. It's not over yet. Okay? It's not over yet. Bye, y'all.